What is up, everybody? Zach from Redwood Chronicles. Today we're going to be installing that Perun, I think that's how you say it, Perun, rack for the top. Excited to get this thing put on. Here we go. First thing you're going to want to do is remove the seat. So there's this black pull loop right here. Along that, seat will pop up. And then you got two snaps in the front. That seat will just lift off. Then the next thing you're going to want to do is pull off your left-sided fender. So you got this bolt right here. There's a snap up here, and then this bolt right here. You're also going to want to move the exhaust heat shield. That's a T25, not a T30. And then this will all just come off as one piece. Like I said, there's a snap up here. That'll just come off. All right, next step will be removing this right side. So pull off this guy. And then there's a clip up here like on the other side. So pop that off. And then if you look through to that side, you can see that white tab right there, so you got to get a screwdriver through there and pop that out. Next step's going to be removing this rear fender. So you got a bolt here, a bolt here, and then we already took the two off the top. All right, I forgot to mention, if you have the stock exhaust on, this bolt to take the rear fender off can be pretty difficult. So your best bet really is just to pop these two bolts off here, and then you'll be able to move the exhaust enough away to get into that bolt and get your rear fender off. All right, so next thing we're gonna do is drill out for the spacers so we can mount the rack. So each fender has markings on it to do this. The rear fender, you have a marking here and a marking here. The right fender, you have a marking right here, and they look like a little target with a dot in the middle. And then same one on the left fender, target with a dot. I'm gonna use this smaller bit to drill through that, and then I'm gonna go up to 5/8. If you're not in America, it is 16 millimeters. Alright, so I take my step bit off at that 5/8, and now we're just going to drill down on in there. All right, now we're gonna start putting the fenders back on, so we'll start with the right side. And this is that tab that you pulled out from the other side, so make sure that you line that up. When you do the left side, if this guy came off, go ahead and put it back on. And then we'll get this guy put back on. And last part's the rear fender. Helps if you start on one side and kind of hook it like that, and then you'll have to come over here and peel that one side back. Then we'll get all those screws back on. 3 screws for the left side. All right, so just to recap all the screws, we got the 2 on the heat shield and then the one right there. I recommend leaving all these loose, and then once you have them all started, then tighten them up. You got the 2 up top, and then 2 on the bottom. No screws on this side other than the top. Just make sure you get that clip in there good. And then now we'll go to installing the rack. So now that we drilled those holes, we're going to put the spacers on. Small spacers in the back, bigger spacers in the front. Then the rack will go on. And then same thing, smaller screws in the rear, bigger screws in the front. We'll grab the seat back on. That's that. Looks really good. Happy with the way it came out. I was doing the install video for the whole Outback Motortech rack too, but realized I ordered the wrong adaption kit. So make sure you order the right one when you go to do that.